Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Tanner's Favorite Things. I am Tanner Knight, and today we are going to unbox whatever is in this box. So let's go ahead and tear into it. All right, not very great packaging, but that's okay. I think this is a burly enough device that it made the trip, but let's go ahead, take it out of this bag. We have a Boss. This is the RC1 loop station. So this is a looper, and it has two inputs, two outputs. I guess I did that backwards, two inputs, two outputs. But standard Boss form factor with the compartment for the 9-volt right here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but luckily we have 9-volt power on my board, so I'm just going to go ahead and plug this thing in and call it good. But this is a loop station that I picked up just because it was cheap. I found this pedal, I'll just say under $100, and this is a pretty fancy pedal for what it's capable of. The loop amount of time that you can have for your loop, I guess, is 12 minutes, so plenty of time there. And you've got a level dial on here, and you can have two guitars, or a guitar and a bass, or a guitar and a keyboard, two separate instruments going into this loop station, adding to your loop texture. So pretty cool there. Let's go ahead and get it installed on the pedal board and see if we can create some loops. All right, I've got this Boss RC1 loop station installed. Here you can see it. And sorry, I'm not wearing any shoes, but that's how these things roll sometimes. So the signal path, first of all, is guitar being plugged into the wah-wah. And then from wah-wah to turbo distortion, super chorus, MT2 metal zone, Ibanez tube screamer, super overdrive loop station, line 6 delay station, and out to the amp. So that's what we're dealing with. The guitar I'm playing is my Paul Reed Smith McCarty 594. This is an S2 version. Really beautiful guitar, one I've been playing quite a bit lately. So let's just go ahead and hear what this thing does. First of all, it's not an effects pedal, it's not a preamp, it's a looper. And its primary function is for you to lay down loops, add to said loop, and even have more than one instrument. At this point, I just have the guitar plugged in, but let's go ahead and hear what this thing sounds like. Regular guitar. Let's just lay down a simple loop, and to do that you just press it once. So now it's green and red, which means anything I play now will be added to the loop. So I want to hit it one more time to make it just solid green. This way I can play and it won't get added to the loop. It's just our basic loop. But if I want to add to the loop, I can. Pretty simple, just add a little texture. Now I can add a little dirt. When I add the tube screamer, it does not affect the loop, it just affects the tone of the guitar. And I guess to stop it, you gotta hit it twice. So if you hit it one more time while the loop is going, it'll record again and add another track or whatever you play to the loop. So you want to be very mindful. Whenever you have red and green together, then it's recording. When it's just the green kind of perforated or the dotted green circle, that means it's playback, and you can play whatever you like on top of the loop. But you can add infinite layers. I just had, I don't know, 3 layers right there plus the solo. Let's see if we can come up with something a little more rhythmically creative, and I don't know, just see what we can do with this thing. It's like 4 loops right there. So we have a green ring with no red, we're good to play. That double tap is going to be hard for me to remember here for a second, but you do have to double tap it to stop the loop. So there you go. That's the loop station. It doesn't appear, the level dial does not appear to do anything outside of the context of a loop. So there you go. The level does make the loop louder or quieter. So you can mix it in with your solo playing. So that's basically what this loop station does. Obviously, if you have 2 instruments, you can put a bass loop and a guitar loop down at once. I don't necessarily feel the need to show that in this video, in that it's pretty much the same exact concept. You just have 2 more sets of cables going in here and coming out there. Otherwise, that's what this pedal does. It creates awesome loops. It allows you to play for 12 minutes if you want, and it'll loop that. So you could make some real ambient or cool or crazy things and just make interesting music using this loop station. So that's my recommendation to you. Get one of these pedals. If you can find them for under $100, that's a steal. And you can make infinite amount of loops and music with this one little pedal, a guitar, and an amp. So there you go, the Boss Loop Station RC1 in Fire Truck Red. An honorable addition to the pedal board. So you'll see this being deployed in future videos throughout. So let me know if you have any questions about this piece of kit or the guitar. I was plugged into my Quilter 50-watt 101 mini reverb head, which is being played through my EVH 2x12 cab, which has 2 Celestion Creamback 75-watt speakers. So that's a very modern combination, and I think it sounds good. So there you go, Boss RC1. Let me know if you have any questions. If you like this content, feel free to like and subscribe. I always like to hear what you have to say. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.